So our upside down tax structure is a policy choice. We have made a policy choice to protect and privilege wealth at the expense of our working and middle-class families and poor families. So having a housing crisis is a policy choice. Having an education funding crisis is a policy choice. We saw during the pandemic how we could do better. Saw how we could directly fund PPE, stand up certain services, healthcare, feeding our kids in schools, and then that all ended. Why? Because we were dependent on our federal tax dollars. Folks, we cannot depend on Congress for anything. But we can depend on Connecticut. We can depend on Connecticut for creating a fair floor. We're not talking ceiling. We're talking a floor, an equitable floor to equitably fund our education, our early childhood, childcare, our, this universal school meals, healthcare, our care economy, our nonprofits. We underinvested in them. We have underinvested as a state in our care economy. And they're not going to do it anymore. Who's going to take care of our elders? Who's going to take care of our developmentally disabled? We have to invest in a livable wage. And you know what? Connecticut is a great investment. We see great services. The wealthy come here because they get premium health care through Yale New Haven, right? They get great, beautiful premium healthcare. Yeah.
Hartford Healthcare.
Hartford Healthcare. Well, that too. And guess what? If they go down to Florida for the winter, they come back for their excellent healthcare. And they're not leaving, and they're not stopping at the border saying, wait a minute, before I move into these 3-acre zonings and several $1 million mansions, is it a 6.9 tax rate on our capital gains, or is it 7.9? They're not asking that. They're moving in because of the great amenities, the great investment, and we're asking now to reset our tax policy so that we can update it to create a fair tax structure where the wealthiest, and the corporations, by the way, of the corporations that pay over, have $1 billion in federal revenue, 40% of them have figured out loopholes to not pay any state and local taxes, zero taxes invested in this the state that they do business in, right? We want to change that because we're a great investment. We're a great investment in educating our workforce. We're a great investment in keeping our healthcare viable and funded, and we need to invest that wealth that is not being invested in here into our ecosystem so everyone can thrive. So it's past time to do that. I say let's go, and I represent a very wealthy district that is ready to go.
Thank you, Anne.